Hi, it's Carly. I wanted to do a video about why I started to do bright line eating. So this is going to be that video. So where do I begin? Let's see. The way I got enlightened about bright line eating was actually through a Hashimoto's docu-series that I was watching from Isabella Wentz. It was I forget the name of it, but I did a video on it, which I can link. And so I was on her email list, and I got an email that said the title was, "Which is more addictive, Oreos or cocaine?" And I don't know about you, but Oreos have had their grip on me before. I will admit that. But cocaine has not. So I read the email, I followed the link, which was actually the link to Susan's susceptibility scale. So I took the quiz, and I turned out to be a 10 on the susceptibility scale. So I was right up there at the top. So I watched the follow-up video that Susan provides for free for everybody. And of course, bright line eating is pretty much made for people like me who have craziness around food at times in their life. The quiz asks you to think about a 3-month period in your life where you were the most out of control or crazy or just kind of dysfunctional with food. So I was kind of questioning whether that was totally accurate or whether I had answered all the questions accurately. So I went back like 3 weeks later and took the quiz again, and I got a 10. So it's pretty certain that bright line eating was made for people like me, like I said. So that's what started me looking into it and just reading more, watching all of her available free videos about it, just kind of getting more inquisitive. That led to me buying the book. I read the book cover to cover, even though I had already pretty much decided, okay, pretty sure I need to do this. But even though I would have liked to jump in and do the food plan right as soon as I got it in my hands with the book, I knew that I needed to read the book, read the science, read the why, and do all of the preparation that she has. So once I was almost done with the book, I decided that I was going to do the 14-day challenge, which is a much smaller investment than the boot camp. So that worked for a budget a lot better. It was only $29. And you get a video every day for 14 days and downloadables. And also she preps you very thoroughly. Susan preps you with, like, I don't know, 15 steps. It may sound overwhelming at first, but it's really, you can just click through, and a lot of it is things that don't take that long. I mean, if you want to you can just go to Amazon and buy your journal, your food journal and stuff. So those are some of the steps, like buying a food scale, taking your before photos, taking your measurements, buying your gratitude journal, 5-year journal. So those are some of the steps that are involved in that. And so it's good to have a little preparation for things like this that you're embarking on that are, hopefully going to be life-changing. But, and it really is. So that's what got me started. Now I think I'm on day 49, almost 50 days. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. I think I'm down maybe, again, like 9 pounds. And I've got more to go. So just continuing on this journey, and I think it's going to be something that'll be great for life, because I'm just looking forward to the point where I can get a little bit of maintenance food added, where you can add some of the grains or like rice or sweet potato at lunch or dinner, and maybe a little bit more fat too. I think that would help carry you through from meal to meal. But for me, the carbohydrate factor, those really do help if you like to exercise, I think, or exercise intensely. And I know she recommends you not doing that at first, but I'm kind of past that point now, I feel like. So now I would like to pick up where I left off with exercise and doing it more intensely, or, get deeper into it. So a little bit of sweet potatoes or brown rice or polenta or something like that would, it does kind of help fuel your workouts. So for me, how did I get to this point of needing to do bright line eating? Well, I think a lot of it has to do with having Hashimoto's, and that can just so much affect your metabolism, and therefore your weight. So in the past year, I had put on a lot of pounds. Actually, the pounds just kind of crept on slowly, I think ever since maybe 2.5 years ago. Kind of injured my knee a little bit and had to cut back on the type of exercise and the intensity of exercise I was doing. I was running more, jogging more, and now I don't do that so much, just to save my knees. So the running really did help me get thinner back then, like 3 years ago, when I was pretty thin, and I had gone and bought a bunch of skinny clothes, because of course you're gonna go shopping when you're skinny. So now, like I've said, my goal is to be able to fit back into those clothes, and I'm getting closer. I can fit into some of them, but not all. But the Hashimoto's, I think, has a big role in weight and body composition, and then also, just for me, my personality, I like to eat. I like food. I love to cook and bake. I don't mind being in the kitchen and experimenting with recipes and trying new things. So, of course, my tendency is to really enjoy trying and tasting new things. And I've always been like that, even as a baby or a toddler. I think I really like to eat. Now, I wasn't overweight back then. Weight didn't really become an issue until, I would say, my later high school years, and then I was able to take it off pretty easily. It was only a matter of maybe 10 pounds, and I could just go jogging and eat better and lose weight really quickly. But then now that I'm 40 and in my later 30s, yeah, things started to kind of slow down that way. And like I said, you can't abuse your body so much with exercise when you're older, because things kind of start to break down if you're hard on your body. But in college, I would say I had some issues too. I did do the what is it called? Body for Life Challenge, the Bill Phillips Body for Life Challenge, when that was kind of popular. I think it was the year 2000, so I was about 23. And, at a little higher weight than I wanted to be, bigger sizes than I wanted to be. And my boyfriend at the time introduced me to it because his friend had done it and had good results. So we read that book, and we both started doing that. He only did it for about 4 weeks, I remember, but he had really good results in those 4 weeks. And then I did it it was a 12-week program. I did it for 10 weeks, like religiously to the T. And then the last 2 weeks I kind of messed up. But I had good results. I think I lost 10 pounds, gained a lot of lean muscle. My body composition changed a lot just in 2.5 months. Of course, I was 23, so the change happens faster. That plan was made up of 6 small meals per day, and some of them could be shakes, like the protein shakes, the EAS shakes, which are still sold today. But and then you worked out 6 days a week. But some of the cardio workouts are only 20 minutes, so they're pretty doable. And I did learn a lot from that program. I learned a lot of different weightlifting techniques, because on the days you weren't doing cardio, you were lifting weights 3 days a week. And also with that program, you had a full off day. So most people choose a weekend day, so I chose Sundays to be my off day or cheat day, and you could eat white bread, sweets, whatever you wanted in that day. and I did. I remember, you know, you want to try to eat the food that you like, which you can't eat the rest of the week. And I do remember I worked at a food co-op, so like a natural food store in the town I was living in at the time, and I remember they bought me like cream puffs or something for my birthday, and it was a weekday that I couldn't eat them, and I was like, thank you so much, but I'm not gonna have any because I'm not eating that right now. I do remember that. So it's kind of just like bright line eating, except with bright line eating we don't have cheat days because that could turn into a really bad thing. So that's really the only diet per se that I've ever done. I've never done Weight Watchers or anything like that. I have counted my calories in MyFitnessPal before, but that I only did that for a period of about 2 weeks too. But that opens your eyes to just assessing everything that you're putting in your mouth, everything that you're eating, so that you can actually see how much calories things that you eat have. And I mean, before bright line eating, I think people don't notice how many calories they're actually taking in, or, you know, via snacks or just the sweets that they eat, which are really sometimes very high in calories. So that's kind of what led me to bright line eating and how I got started with it. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and thanks for joining me today.